Hello. I figured what I'd do is pop on real quick. Um, I know that we have a lot of new people to Tunisian crochet, a lot of people that are new to Graphghans, a lot of people that are new to mosaics. Um, so talked to a few in Messenger and they were getting confused by the written. And some of those some other people like to follow the graph. So what I will be doing is including the graph, how it should look. I will be including the graph, how it will be crocheted up, what each row will look like. And then I will be including the written pattern for it as well. So, it should pretty much be straightforward from there. Um, Hopefully there's no mistakes in the written that we're going to update here. So I do have the right-handed done with the graph that the updated graph that's going to show the lines in the row, because a lot of people were getting confused about having the different colors being covered up and using the extended front post Tunisian simple stitch, that it's covering up every other row. So I know a lot of the newbies were saying, I don't understand how many black I have, and the rows are striped. So it's kind of hard to visualize that when you have not done this before. So for those of you that are more advanced, the regular graph will be available. And then there will be a graph for the written that's going to have all of the stripes on it. So that way, when you look at the graph that has all of the stripes on it, you're not going to get as confused. But when you do look at that graph as a newbie, you're going to see all of these stripes and think this doesn't look right. And the reason is, with mosaic, you're crocheting a row of color and then a dark row and then a row of color and then a dark row. And what happens is, where you want that color to pop, you're actually crocheting down over, after you have your colors set up, you're actually crocheting down over that dark row. So for like the lip section where it's white, those all drop down over the dark row. And for the dark section on the outside, that's our border, that's the background, that actually is covering up every one of the blue rows or the red rows, or, it just depends on what color you're working with. So, when you guys get a chance to watch this, let me know what you want to see, because like I said, when I include the graph with the rows that show all of the lines, like I did this morning, let me know if that's more confusing for you and you just want to follow the written, or if you want the graph on how it should look finished compared, and the comparison graph on when you're working it up, um, what each row should look like. I know it's confusing because many are going to look at the graph now and say, well, this has all these colored rows. I don't understand how this is going to work. But the ones, the X's that are in the pattern are going to come down and they're going to cover that row that's two below. So they're going to cover up that contrast row, whether it be a light contrast or dark contrast row. So hopefully that makes sense. Go in and download the new pattern that I just posted this morning in my post, and tell me what you guys think of that, and then give me feedback on that, because I really want even a beginner to be able to understand this. But I also understand that a beginner looking at this striped graph is not going to be able to see the vision of what it is. So I think that maybe including the written graph image and what the actual image is going to look like when it's done would help. So let me know in the comments below after you've looked at the graph on the written that I gave this morning for the right-handed, and let me know what you think. And if we like that, then we'll go forward from there, and I'll change the patterns accordingly. So thank you for joining me. Like I said, it was just going to be a quick live. And let me know what you think and what you would like to see and what you think is going to make it easier for you to follow it if you've not done mosaic, or even if you have and you've not done the mosaic color changes in Tunisian. So let me know what you guys want to see, and then we can upgrade it from there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.